Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Sharlette Hambrick. I'm on the GreenLight Women Board. I'm also the chairperson of membership. So if we have anyone that's not a member, I'm extending an invitation as we speak. This is Hollywood's AI transformation, and I'm also the founder of Atlantic AI Consulting, which makes me a certified consultant. I know your Sunday is meaningful to you, so let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to go over today, this is the roadmap and what we're going to cover. So we're going to start with the landscape, where AI already touches in film, TV, and audio production. Then we're going to talk about on-screen, real projects, real budgets, real results, not hypotheticals. Then we're going to talk about what's going on with the Guild. Then we're going to look at some flashpoints, going to update you guys on what's happening with Tilly Norwood and the fight over consent and likeness. Going to talk about risk and opportunities, where you should lean in and where you should maybe slow down. And we're also going to talk about tools and resources and your AI readiness. So this isn't a someday problem. AI already is inside development, post-production, marketing, and distribution. And deals are governed and will be signed this year. 91.42% of SAG-AFTRA members voted to ratify the union's 2026 AI protections deal. I'll get more into that a little bit later. Also, there was a $2,000 AI budget for a film called Dreams of Violent, which was AI generated, which premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival. And Netflix is reporting that their AI generative is 10 times faster than what they were working with before. So, where AI already lives in production. As far as content creation, it's already in script coverage and analysis, concept and art and storyboards, music composition and sound design, visual effects and production, CGI enhancements, scene extensions, face and voice synthesis, real-time virtual production, and post-production, automated rough cuts, color and audio mastering assists, subtitles, and localization. In the distribution and marketing area, we're already talking about audience analytics and targeting, personalized recommendations, like your Netflix recommends what you like based on what you've seen, trailer and social content generation, which you've all seen. I do understand that everybody may be at a different level on this Zoom. So I've tried to develop the presentation so that it will cover for those who are just now dabbling in AI and also those who are very much immersed in AI. So the picture and where activity is real. So special effects, building collapses, environments, forests, oceans, you name it, any background environment can be created with AI, concept shots and camera tests. Localization, the dubbing and subtitling, which used to be so expensive, where you also had to get someone from that country to dub over things, multilingual trailers and foreign market cuts. So AI can just do every country the cut that is desired for that particular country in the language. Low cost genre content, horror, sci-fi, animation, fast channel, social first IPs, audio first, AI narration, licensed voices, audiobooks. Basically, you don't need actors anymore to read audiobooks. You can create a personality, an individual voice style, soothing, scary for your audiobooks. I'm a big audiobook person, so this was really a bit shocking for me. And podcast expansions, development tools out there right now that are real, which is coverage, script coverage, pitch decks, lookbooks, sizzle reels, and marketing versions. And brights and sensitive performance, voice cloning, digital doubles, and synthetic extras. That's where we are right now. So just in the audio lane alone, there are tools such as 11 Labs, which licenses a celebrity's voice cloning, this multi-localization that I talked about before, full AI casts. Spotify is doing research to preview apps generating private, personalized AI podcasts for your individual listening. So you do a bit of a survey, and Spotify identifies all the podcasts, whether it's health or science, that interest you. And those are the only podcasts that will be in your library lined up for you the next time you're at the airport. Google Notebook turns documents into AI-hosted audio overview conversations, useful for pitch preps and recaps. Indie audio drama is small teams already experimenting with AI casts and sound design with active ethics debates happening right now. Why does this matter? Lower cost, faster localization, but consent and voice rights questions are the sharpest in this area. On the screen, these are real projects right now. Dreams of Violence, which is the one that got into the Tribeca Film Festival, was a fully AI-generated 75-minute feature for $2,000 budget. There was no cast, there was no sets or cameras. This was the first for a major festival. Netflix used generative AI and Eyeline Studios, and they built Buenos Aires building collapsing in a sequence, and they said it was 10 times faster than what it would normally have taken. Google is investing in AI storyboarding and workflow tools for a prestige studio without touching libraries. The Odyssey. There's a 13-hour AI-narrated multicast audiobook using Michael Caine's licensed AI voice and others, plus AI cast and sound design. And that's with 11 Labs. That was released in June. Said I was going to circle back to the guilds because I know that's important to this group. Many of you on the call are unions, some are not, or are anticipating joining the union. This is where that stands right now. SAG-AFTRA, they ratified June 4th, 2026. That was the 91% I was telling you about. In effect, July 1st, 2026, and it goes all the way to June 30th, 2030. AI performance allowed only with significant additional value over a live actor. Consent and compensation is required for any digital double. No AI strike is authorized until 2030. The WGA ratified in April of this year a 4-year deal. Studios must notify and consent the guild before licensing scripts for AI training. No requirement yet to pay writers when scripts are trained with AI models. Writers may use AI as a tool, but AI can't receive a written by credit. The DGA ratified this year a 4-year deal. Studios must meet and bargain over AI training, licensing, and compensation, just as you would bargain over the director's rate. Creative authority stays with the director, and AI is not legally recognized in any creative role. And some of you may already know the PGA does not make its negotiations public. Oh, back to Tilly Norwood and the Tilly verse. So I'm not going to read this. I'm just going to give you one of the most updated news broadcasts regarding Tilly Norwood. So I'm going to go to that right now and let you know what's going on there.
This morning, Tilly Norwood, the character created using artificial intelligence, is set to make her film debut.
Hi, I'm Tilly Norwood, the world's first AI actor.
When Norwood was first announced by the production company Particle 6 last year, the backlash from actors was swift.
That is really, really scary. Come on, agencies, don't do that.
Agencies said they would not sign Norwood. The Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, said they do not consider her to be an actress. But Particle 6 pressed forward, releasing short comedy sketches.
3 seasons and a podcast.
And a music video.
They say it's not real, that it's fake, but I am still human, make no mistake.
Norwood's creators defending her.
I totally understand where people are coming from and thinking that it's really scary and thinking that it shouldn't happen. I can't wish it away. I can't stop it. The only thing I can do is to get ready and to help other people get ready for it too.
Now the studio that made her is producing a film starring Tilly, titled Misaligned, a coming-of-age story about Tilly trying to become more human.
It's going to be a fun comedy that's going to showcase where the tech's at.
Particle 6 says the film is being designed as a hybrid production, with human directors, writers, and editors working alongside AI specialists.
We've quadrupled our workforce. And so I think there's going to be loads of new jobs that are going to be created, but you do need to be AI literate and you need to understand how to use the tools and combine your human creativity and your expertise with the tools.
There you have it. There's your update on Madam Tilly. Okay, so now I want to talk about where the real risk lives. So one would be authenticity. Will audience trust or reward fully synthetic work? I don't know. Copyright and training data. Whose work's trained on the model and did they consent to train the model? Labor displacement. Which roles string consent and deepfakes, likeness and voice used without permission, environmental costs with the data centers. I know that this has been huge and been in the news about these data centers that are popping up all over the country and the impact that they're having on water supply, electricity bills, and etc. This is a footprint, and this is something that we're going to be hearing a lot about. Undisclosed AI use. Studios often don't disclose AI use to buyers, festivals, and guilds. That may have to change. So playing it smart. The safer lane and the high-risk lane. I would say that it's probably okay to lean into research, coverage, pitch material, concept art, lookbooks, and sizzle reels, localization and some subtitling, internal summaries, and workflow speed. The area that I would say to be cautious is synthetic performance and digital doubles, voice cloning without consent, undisclosed AI writing or footage, and copyrighted trained data and likeness reuse. So I want to talk about tools, but I don't want to talk about them in the sense of what the tools are. I wanted to group this as to who best benefits from which individual tools.
This is helpful. Look at this.
For writers, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Sudowrite, and Jasper. For directors, Runway ML, Storyboard, AI, and Synthesia. For producers, Copy, AI, Hygen, Descript, 11 Labs. For actors, 11 Labs. Slateable, where you can slate your auditions, Mind Studio. For marketing and content creation, Canva, Adobe, FlexClip, and Pictoria. Now, with any of these tools, you always have to, double check their work. I mean, this particular deck was done in Canva. It started in Claude, but I had to go back and add color and breakpoints and consistency so that it was presentable in a way that everybody could understand exactly where the breakpoints are. So I wouldn't just take something directly from Claude or ChatGPT and just upload it and use that as a deck. I think you should personalize any deck or PowerPoint presentation that you're going to do. Prompt engineering. I know everybody's heard a lot about, it's all about the prompt, it's all about the prompt. Well, it's all about the prompt. So first, I encourage people to assign a personality to the prompt that you want, such as you are a writer, you are Emmy Award-winning producer, you are a marketing expert, etc. Then I would start with an action verb, brainstorm, create, generate, etc. Then I would go on to the tone, the adjective, like what tone do you want your outcome to be? Do you want it to be assertive? Do you want it to be funny, persuasive, or professional? And then you want to refine it. And that's when you get the human in the loop and you want to clarify any confusing points, or you want to elaborate or formalize or paraphrase. You don't have to accept, what ChatGPT or Claude spits out if it doesn't feel like you. Push it or feed it things about you. So now I'm going to go to a tutorial about prompting that you can follow, and I hope it's useful. Step 1. You want to start with a clear prompt. I have the prompt already pulled up here. You can follow along with me. Act as an award-winning Hollywood screenwriter. Create 2 original romantic comedy short films, approximately 3 minutes each. Set both on Hollywood Boulevard at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Going to stay with the theme. Include exactly 3 speaking characters. Female, black, mid-40s, female, mid-40s, male, mid-40s. Provide a title, log line, character breakdown, 3-act outline, complete screenplay, estimated running time, and production notes. Now let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Romantic comedy short film number 1. Title: Star-Crossed on the Walk. Logline: when a cynical Hollywood tour guide accidentally switches souvenir bags between 2 strangers. An afternoon on the Hollywood Walk of Fame turns into an unexpected chance at love, with one very persistent friend refusing to let destiny miss his cue. Character breakdown: Maya Johnson, quick-witted, confident, and optimistic, a lifelong romantic who believes Hollywood magic still exists. Clara Bennett, practical, divorced, and skeptical about romance, visiting Hollywood to celebrate, finally putting herself first. Ethan Parker, a charming architect from Chicago attending a conference, funny, self-deprecating, and equally skeptical of fate. The 3-act outline. Act 1, setup. Maya and Claire stroll along the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Claire insists romance only exists in movies. Ethan accidentally leaves behind a souvenir bag. Maya notices the mix-up and races after Ethan. Awkward introduction becomes a playful conversation. Maya subtly engineers opportunities for Claire and Ethan to connect. Act 3, Ethan asks Claire to dinner. Claire agrees. Maya smiles, convinced Hollywood Boulevard still grants wishes. Complete screenplay. Star-Crossed on the Walk. Exterior, Hollywood Boulevard day. Crowds gather around, costume performance, tourists photographing, stars embedded in the sidewalk. Maya and Claire walk together carrying coffee. Claire, everyone says Hollywood's magical. Maya, it is. Claire, I've stepped on 12 celebrities already. Maya, that's the Walk of Fame. Claire laughs. Nearby, Ethan accidentally swaps souvenir bags with Claire. He walks away. Claire notices. Claire, well, there goes my magnets. Maya spots Ethan, or your future husband. Claire groans. Maya jogs after Ethan. Maya, excuse me. Ethan turns. Ethan, if I owe parking money, I swear I paid. Maya laughs. Maya, wrong bag. They exchange bags. Clara catches up. Ethan, I'm Ethan. Claire, Claire. So, did I almost steal your Hollywood memories? Claire, only refrigerator magnets. Ethan, that's a felony in some kitchens. Everyone laughs. They begin walking together, passing Marilyn Monroe's star. Ethan, first time here? Claire, yes. Ethan, mine too. Maya, see, you're already sharing experiences. Claire gives Maya a warning look. Claire, I ignore her. Ethan, I probably shouldn't. They stop outside the Chinese theater. Ethan, would either of you mind taking a picture? Maya eagerly grabs his camera. Maya, actually, she positions Claire beside Ethan. Maya, perfect. Snap. Maya now won. She intentionally keeps taking photos while they naturally begin talking. After several photos, Ethan, would you like to grab dinner before my conference tomorrow? Claire smiles. Claire, I thought romance only happened in the movies. Ethan, lucky for us. Gesturing around, we're standing in one. Claire nods. Claire, dinner sounds nice. Maya quietly pumps her fists. They walk further down Hollywood Boulevard together, fade out. Estimated runtime, approximately 3 minutes. Production notes. Single outdoor location, daylight shoot, minimum props, coffee cups, souvenir bags, smartphones. Crowd, ambiance enhances authenticity. Let's see what ChatGPT came up with for the second romantic comedy short film. For time, I'm just going to go over the title and the logline. Title, Second Take Romance. Logline, a foul street magician accidentally turns two strangers into unwilling assistants, only to discover his biggest trick is helping them find each other. I think you now know why the first one was chosen. Now that we chose star-crossed on the walk, I'm going to move on to step 2, which is a production prompt. Now expand the screenplay, which we chose, and request a $20,000 indie budget, a $50,000 premium indie budget line items, 1-day shooting schedule, crew recommendations, equipment lists, permit and insurance considerations, call sheet outline, and a post-production schedule. Now let's see what chat delivers. Star-crossed on the walk. We're going to go with option A here. $20,000 indie budget. Here's your budget breakdown. I'm not saying that you can get all these people at this price, but this is the budget you have to work with. Cast 3,000, director 1,500, DP 2,000, wardrobe 400, camera package 2,000, insurance 1,100, meals and craft services, which is very important, 700, and music licensing 900. Something that a lot of people forget. Okay, here we have the 1-day shooting schedule. Starting at 6 a.m., 8 a.m. will be the first scene, then break for lunch, come back at 1 p.m. for the Chinese theater scene, and then the final walk. So then here's the crew breakdown. About 12 people approximately. The cast here, the equipment, as you can see, permits, really important. You see workman's comp, public liability, 1 to 2 million. You have the call sheet here, also important, project line, date, weather, sunrise, sunset, parking instructions, emergency contact, crew lists, scene numbers, shot lists, meal times, and wrap. Finally, we have the post-production. This particular budget allows 8 weeks of post with a rough cut, a fine cut, titles, and your festival export. Now let's take a look at option B, which is the $50,000 premium indie budget. What you get here is you get triple amount for your cast, triple the amount for the director, also triple the amount for the producer. You get better equipment, you get more money for hair and makeup, catering, $1,200, which means better food or more food. And then you could possibly even throw in a drone. There you have it. And that was just push of a button. and one prompt, then prompt number two. So what I was talking about before, you can ask for a rewrite with sharper comedy, refine with visual comedy. Also, you can say create a pitch deck, suggest my cast. But I'd like to just say that AI doesn't replace creativity. It's accelerating brainstorming and planning and budgeting and scheduling and presentations so creators like yourself can spend more time making great stories. So putting it all together, what smart players are doing right now? So the studios are investing in AI infrastructure gradually, set clear, written AI uses guidelines, and restrain and reskill existing crews. That's going to take some time. And a lot of the smaller production companies are slowly training their entire staffs of 8 or 10 people all at once, so that in whichever they choose, whether it's Claude or ChatGPT, they're all learning together. As far as the creators, use AI as an assistant, not as a replacement. Keep uniquely human parts human, document tools and consent as you go. For the industry, they push for real disclosure standards, support frameworks like no fake acts, invest in training and not just tooling. For the audience, they are expecting more personalized AI-assisted entertainment, value human creativity, and they're staying curious and not just critical. So, the takeaway. The deals are signed. SAG-AFTRA, WGA, DGA, all the AI terms are in place from 2029 to 2030. The real activity in the workflows, not replacement. And there's also something else that you might want to take into consideration involving AI, your own AI visibility on the algorithms that are out there. I mean, some of you may want to do a second dual career while staying in the Hollywood industry or while you're working on your scripts or waiting for that director job. And you need to get a LinkedIn profile, which is by far the most prolific and the most useful. That is something that you need to understand that's changing. And I'll talk a little bit more about that on the next card. So AI doesn't just make content, it reads you. And that's basically called intelligence. And it's something that you might want to be aware of, your readiness score, because when you go onto LinkedIn and you see a job at Netflix, Amazon, etc., and you apply for that job, you can imagine that the first thing is AI. It's going to go over your submission. And then another AI is going to go over your submission. I actually have friends that have applied for jobs on LinkedIn where they've started the jobs, which were work from home jobs, and they never, ever made contact with a human being. So there you have it. And some of you may be transitioning out of the Hollywood industry. And, I'm an advisor on a company called LilyPath, and all my information will be at the end and you can screenshot. But that's just something I just wanted you to be aware of. When we used to take time and people would tell us, your resume should only be less than 2 pages. That's not the way it is anymore. AI doesn't care if you talk about yourself for 3 pages, as long as they're reading it, and you have to make sure that they're picking up on the algorithm of what you're saying. We also have been told, shave some time off of your years, make yourself graduate from college later. Don't say that you were at this particular job for 10 years. AI doesn't care about that. AI actually encourages it. I mean, you may think that being a hostess for a restaurant that seats 100 that you did 20 years ago has no value, but guess what? It has value to AI. So things are a little wonkier than what we may imagine. Okay, now I'm going to put on my membership hat. And our president of GreenLight Women is with us this evening. and I want to bring her on. Kim, are you there?
I am.
Wonderful. Can you just introduce yourself and speak to our audience here about Greenlight Women?
Sure. Hi, my name is Kimberly Ogletree. I am the president of GreenLight Women and have been for the past 2.5 years. And what we're doing now is trying to bring added value to our membership. So hopefully, those of you that are here, that are inside of our community, will take it upon yourself to join today, tomorrow, or next week because we're running a special on the membership. So it's $150 a year, but until the end of August, it is $75. So I would take advantage of that if I wanted to become a Greenlight member. But Greenlight Women is a group of organization that pretty much we champion women's voices 40 and over. So when they say that we've aged out, we haven't. We've just begun. We're entering into different acts, okay? And a lot of us are jumping into the AI space, and we didn't even know we were in the AI space for years. When you started using Adobe, you were in AI space. When you started using all these other platforms out there that you had no idea was AI, it was AI. So bringing everyone forward is something that we're taking on as a mission, and Sharlette is taking on underneath membership, where we will have a couple more, I believe, before the end of the year, AI moments where more prompting will happen. We were trying to do something in person where you can bring your own computer, sit in a room and prompt together and learn things that you don't know and not be afraid of AI and jump in. Just jump in. Don't get left behind. Jump in. Just try it. Sign up for ChatGPT, the free version, okay? And just start prompting it and see what happens. It's an amazing tool. It really is an amazing tool. I use it sometimes when I'm angry at someone and I'm writing an email and I just stop and I'm like, oh, let me put this and say soften the tone. And then chat sends me back my tone softened, and then I put my touch on it, and then I send the email. So that's something I do use it for outside of other things in the entertainment industry. But I do want to urge all of you that are not members to become members. We have so much going on. We are starting master classes. That's going to start probably in a month from now. We also have a podcast that we're going to be doing, and that's coming together. We have launched our YouTube channel, for which Charlotte just needs a couple of days, and this will go up on it. We are going to be calling on verticals because we're going to be producing verticals, and we're very excited about that. And if you become a member, you'll get inside of all of the spaces that we're working inside of. But I do want to let you all know that on, July 30th, we're having a annual membership meeting of which the community and members are open to come to. And all of the chairs that actually run these committees will have an opportunity to speak a little bit more on them. They'll elaborate pretty much on what's happening inside of these committees. We also have a writer's workshop where a lot of these women are published writers. They have gotten their scripts sold to studios and things of that nature. We have connections where we put projects together with a group of women that help others beef up their stories, their resumes, anything that they may have if they're transitioning from one career to another. That's a really good committee. And we also have initiatives with the Alexander House, which is a home for underprivileged women that are trying to get themselves together with their family to find jobs. So we bring them clothes, we've given them food, we've given them funds. You know, we really try to help that small community of 16, I don't think there's any more than 20 in the particular house that at one time. And we also have the Motion Picture Fund, the call sheet. So what we do is we reach out to elderly members in the entertainment industry, and we just talk to them for about an hour. And you'd be amazed on how much joy that brings you. Some people know the people that they talk to, some people don't. But the stories that they share are just so memorable. So those are a few things that we have going on at Greenlight Women, and I hope you guys have enjoyed Sharlette. We love her. We really cherish her and her information that she's bringing to so many organizations, and we're just one. And like she said, she's working with LilyPath now, so she will put that card up. And I think I've taken up my few minutes that I was given. There will be no questions, but if you do have questions, Sharlette is going to give you her email address and you can direct those directly to her. But thank you for coming.
Thank you, Kim. Kim is so busy. I can't even tell you how many productions she's working on right now. So when she told me that she was going to be able to join today, I was so excited that she could share that information. And if you're already a member, tell a friend. It's always much more fun when you have friends. I mean, because we do a lot of fun things. And yeah, so I'm going to leave this card up. You can take a screenshot, you can take a photo of it. This has the Greenlight Women website where you can go and join the application. Trust me, we've trimmed it down. It is so fast and so quick. I'm also founder of Atlantic AI Consulting. I am a certified consultant. And there you have it, executive advisor of LilyPath. So these are all my email addresses. And if you can't be bothered, just reach out on Gmail. And I would love to hear from you guys. If you have any questions or you want to be stirred in any direction or anything we talked about today is of interest to you. And thank you so much for joining us. And there'll be two more you'll hear about. This is a three-part series. And I look forward to seeing you for the next two. Take care.